The Young and the Restless spoilers. Welcome back to the channel, besties. Today is an absolutely gorgeous day, but my mind is completely trapped in the chaotic, messy trenches of Genoa City. Grab your emotional support water bottles and strap in, because we have a lot to unpack and I am barely holding it together. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing. I am literally shaking. Wait, we need to talk about this now. My soul has actually left my body, and I am not even being dramatic. I was mid-skincare, literally applying a charcoal face mask, and I smeared it all over my pristine white rug because I had to yeet my phone across the room. I am hyperventilating. Send help. The sheer audacity of what just went down on our screens is astronomical, and I genuinely need to know if the writers are trying to put me in cardiac arrest. Besties, we are not just watching a show anymore. We are surviving a psychological warfare campaign, and I am losing my grip on reality. Wait, backtrack for a second. I missed a step because my brain is visibly buffering. Let's talk about Phyllis Summers. Bestie, be for real right now. Phyllis has officially gone off the deep end. She has straight up seduced Matt Clark. Yes, you heard me. Matt Clark. The monster. The villain. The man who has caused so much trauma that my therapist needs a therapist just from me talking about him. Phyllis basically looked at all the red flags, collected them, and decided to sew herself a stunning crimson gown. I am genuinely unwell. She is officially on my do not perceive list. I am so done with her, but also, I am totally living for the absolute cinematic mayhem of it all. Oh, hold on, I should have mentioned this earlier, but Matt was supposed to leave. Victor Newman, the mustache himself, basically gave Matt his marching orders. But because Phyllis has decided to deploy her ultimate weapon herself, Matt is now refusing to leave Genoa City. He is staying. With Phyllis. I am calling it right now. The villain arc is about to go nuclear. The entire Newman family is going to have a collective synchronized aneurysm when they realize that Phyllis and Matt are officially a chaotic power couple. Can you even imagine Victor's face? Manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update, because the Newmans are going to lose their actual minds over this pairing. And don't even get me started on the vibes. Wait, I'm glitching. Okay, back to the main event. Let us set the scene. We are in Phyllis's room. The lighting is moody, the tension is thick, and the aesthetic is giving major, I make terrible life choices, but I look fabulous doing it. Honestly, her interior design choices are always so on point. Like that one lamp in the corner. Obsessed, but I digress. Did I say that yet? Ugh, my brain is mush. Moving on. So, Phyllis and Matt are in bed. They are having sex. They are doing the deed. And who, I ask you, who decides to just waltz right into the room? Nick Newman. Nick. Freaking Newman. I am literally screaming into a pillow right now. Why does nobody in Genoa City know how to use a lock? It is genuinely unhinged. You live in a town full of billionaires, psychopaths, and corporate spies, and you basically leave your bedroom door wide open for anyone to just stroll in? Make it make sense. Nick accidentally walks into Phyllis's room. He turns the handle, he pushes the door open, and bam, he sees them. He sees the mother of his child, his former great love, tangled up in the sheets with the absolute monster who kidnapped him, tortured him, and is practically the sole reason Nick is currently spiraling into a dark, terrifying abyss of drug addiction. I literally had to pause the screen and pace around my living room for 10 minutes because I could not handle the sheer gravity of this moment. Nick's jaw practically hit the floor, and you could actually pinpoint the exact second his heart and his sanity snapped in half. Nick goes completely, utterly feral. And honestly, valid. I would have set the entire building on fire. Nick is already hanging on by a thread, popping pills to deal with the trauma Matt inflicted on him, and Nuri is forced to witness this absolute betrayal. He doesn't just yell. He doesn't just gasp. He lunges. Nick straight up turns into a human torpedo and launches himself across the room. He grabs Matt and just starts throwing hands. He punches Matt right in his smug, manipulative face. It is a full-on brawl, besties. The cinematic drama is a 10 out of 10. Nick is swinging with the weight of 1,000 unresolved therapy sessions, and Matt is just scrambling. I am literally physically vibrating from the adrenaline of watching this. Nick is screaming, veins popping out of his neck, completely unhinged and fueled by pure, unadulterated rage. He is trying to beat the living daylights out of the man who ruined his life, while said man is in bed with Phyllis. It is a masterpiece of psychological trauma and soap opera perfection. But wait, because if you thought Nick punching Matt was the climax of this scene, you are so wrong. Enter Phyllis. Does she gasp in horror? Does she apologize for causing Nick this immense psychological damage? Does she try to de-escalate the situation like a rational human being? Nope. Phyllis gets furious. At Nick. I am genuinely hyperventilating. She jumps up, completely enraged that Nick has the audacity to interrupt her terrible life choices, and she physically inserts herself into the fight. And then, it happens. The slap heard around the world. Phyllis rears back and slaps Nick right across the face. Slap. I heard the echo in my soul. I felt that slap in my own living room. I literally dropped my iced coffee on the floor. She slaps him. After everything Matt has done to him, Phyllis defends Matt and strikes Nick. It is giving major, I cannot even energy. My jaw is still on the floor, collecting dust. Phyllis is screaming at Nick, telling him that he has absolutely no right to barge into her room and attack her guest. Her guest? Bestie, that is a domestic terrorist, not a house guest. Nick is standing there, clutching his face, looking like a kicked puppy who just found out Santa isn't real. He is begging her to see reason. He looks Phyllis dead in the eye, his voice cracking with desperation and rage, and he warns her. He tells her that Matt is not some misunderstood bad boy she can fix. He tells her that Matt is not an easy target to manipulate. Nick warns her, explicitly, that Matt is a monster. A literal, certified, dangerous monster. And don't even get me started on the absolute tragedy of Nick's eyes in that moment. You can see the exact moment he realizes that he cannot save Phyllis from herself. He is genuinely trying to protect her, even after she just slapped the taste out of his mouth. Nick is deeply, profoundly broken by this. His grip on reality is slipping, his sobriety is definitely in the danger zone, and the woman he once loved is choosing his abuser over him. It feels like a personal attack on my soul, honestly. I am too unwell to handle this level of emotional damage. But Phyllis? Oh, Phyllis does not care. She is in her full villain era, and she is absolutely thriving in the toxicity. She looks at Nick with eyes made of absolute ice. She doesn't flinch. She doesn't back down. She points to the door, and she kicks Nick out. She literally banishes him from her room, telling him that from this moment forward, she is the one who decides her own life. She is in charge. Her life, her choices, her absolute mess. I am straight up losing my mind over this dialogue. My life is mine to decide. Okay, girl boss, but you are deciding to date a psychopath? It is so unhinged. She kicks Nick out into the hallway, slamming the door in his face, leaving him standing there completely shattered, while she goes back to Matt. I am calling it right now. This is the exact moment Phyllis sealed her own fate. She thinks she is playing Matt. She thinks she is in control, but she is basically playing with a live grenade and thinking it's a bath bomb. I am glitching again. Hold on. Let's just process the ripple effect this is going to have. The Newmans are going to declare actual war. When Victor finds out that Phyllis is harboring Matt Clark, funding him, and sleeping with him, oh, it is over. Victor is going to unleash hellfire on the Summers-Newman dynamic. And Summer? Poor Summer. Imagine finding out your mom is dating the guy who tortured your dad. It is genuinely so messed up, I cannot even begin to fathom the Thanksgiving dinners. And Nick? Send help for Nick. He is officially going to spiral. He was already on the edge, using fentanyl and cocaine to manage his pain and rage, and this is the catalyst that is going to send him completely over the cliff. He tried to be the hero, he tried to warn her, and he got slapped and thrown out, manifesting a massive intervention for Nick, because if he doesn't get help now, he is going to do something he can never take back. This specific betrayal personally attacked my soul. I am physically exhausted from watching this. It feels like a manic voice note I would send to the group chat at 4 a.m., crying over people who don't even exist, but they are my neighbors in my head, okay? We are invested. Phyllis has chosen chaos, Matt has chosen his anchor, and Nick has chosen violence. The stakes are astronomical, the drama is cinematic perfection, and I am officially making this storyline my entire personality. I am not okay, besties. See you in the next update if I survive this.